4th block. So we're gonna have
All right.
lunch at 1, and then we'll have one the end of the day.
All right, let's begin. Mitchell, can you get the light for me? That was a big ask. All right. So, anybody know what a correlation is?
It's like when, it's like not a causation, but it's when two things are like related. in
Yes,
some way.
two things are, two, or I guess, or more things are related. You just mentioned causation. What's that, Megan?
It's like when, it's like if something happens, then this will happen. So it's like a dependent type of thing.
Right, dependent things. Something causes something else to happen. A correlation just shows that two things are related. You can actually look up lots of examples of correlation versus causation online. There are some weird like correlations that happen that have nothing to do with each other. It's something like the if I remember right, it's like the how many pirates there currently has. How many pirates there currently are, like, and I don't remember what it was. It's so funny though. It's like directly related.
Not like a Captain Jack Sparrow, but there's people that like hop on cargo ships and steal stuff. And then
Yeah, like what's that movie that recently came out that
Captain
had Tom
Phillips.
Hanks? Yeah.
You gotta watch Cat. It's a good movie. It's kind of scary, but it's a good movie.
Okay, so in an effort to prove,
There was one that's like if you buy more butter, then you'll, or there was, it's like, it's not a causation, it's correlation, like buying butter and getting divorced went together.
yeah, it's global average temperature and the number of pirates are going up at exactly the same rate. Which has nothing to do with each other. It's not like, oh, like one pirate with like somebody's like, man, should I be a pirate or not? And then they're like, this is a really nice day. You know, like it's nice, it's warm outside. If it was a degree colder, I'd say no. But like today, I'm gonna say yes. You know, like that's not a thing. Huh?
Well, there's also pirates that are like.
Yeah, it just feels like a stealing day, doesn't it? Anyway, so you do have to be aware that you have to be aware that on the AP test, you cannot say stuff like this causes this. You can pretty much almost always only say this is related to this. These are correlated, okay? So because you don't want to imply that one, you could say this might cause this, right? But you don't want to imply that you're positive about any kind of causation. So I just put pictures up here. There's a negative correlation goes downhill. Linear means a straight line. Positive linear correlation goes up. Doesn't have to start at 0, can start anywhere. No correlation is everywhere. A non-linear correlation, what do you think that means? It's not a line, but it's clearly related, right? This is like a parabola here, so this is a quadratic correlation. But definitely possible for other things. A correlation coefficient is a number that tells you how strongly two things are related. It's actually a slope. Well, does it have to be a slope? It doesn't have to be perfectly diagonal. A 1-to-1. I want to say it is. No. No, I'm gonna take that word off. Okay. So a correlation coefficient can go anywhere between -1 and 1, including those edges. So this is a perfect positive correlation. Do you see how, like, if I drew a line through this, they're all exactly in line with each other? And this is a perfect negative correlation. See, this is also -1. And they're all in an exact line together. So a negative correlation is a negative R, and a positive correlation is a positive R. This is a strong positive correlation. If I was to draw that, what they call this is the line of best fit. Do you see how like they're all generally going in the direction I drew the line, but they're not all right on the line, right? So that's a positive correlation of 0.81. A weak positive correlation, like if I was to draw a line through this, technically they are going generally uphill, but it is getting a lot weaker, right? It's just not tight. Strong negative right there. No correlation, that's when they are seriously scattered. It's nice to put a number on things because otherwise you end up just saying like, yeah, they seem to be positively correlated, I guess. You know what I mean? But now you can be like, the number's 0.81, so it's very specific. All right, now, this sample correlation coefficient formula, there is absolutely no way that they would have you do this on the AP test by hand. But they will ask you to understand this formula, like they might like show you the formula and ask you about a certain part of it or something like that. So it's good that you know. So we are going to do a couple of these by hand, but most of these we're going to be doing with a calculator, okay? So get ready for a horrible, nasty formula. R equals, this is going to be a fraction, n times the summation of xy minus the summation of x times the summation of y, all over 2 square roots under here. First one is going to be n times the summation of x squared minus, in parentheses, the summation of x, and then you square it. And then times n times the summation of y squared minus the summation of y squared. And no, I do not know how to explain that formula to you. We're getting to the point now where if you're majoring in statistics, you'll understand where this formula comes from, but I did not major in statistics, so I'm sure you could look up a video to figure it out if you wanted to know. All right. So we're going to make a chart to make this easier. Driving anybody crazy that this copied sideways a little bit? Yeah, me too. Okay, you're going to need, okay.
Oh, it's like really hard to
You need what? Okay. Pull your mask up, Mitchell. All right, you are going to need 5 columns and 5 rows. I think I'm actually going to make 6 rows for me. You can just put the summation at the bottom if you want to. You still got we're good there?